I know I like to come on here and talk about how beautiful life is and the extraordinary experiences that we all will have, the people will see, even the beauty of growing as human beings. I like to continuously send the message of positivity when it comes to life. Give hope to those that don't have any faith in humanity or society or even within themselves. But I have to be honest, there's some times where life just gets so suffocating that there will be periods of time where you won't even feel like you're breathing anymore, where all happiness you ever accumulated over the years just disappears because it gets hard. And even though life is a beautiful thing, even though it is an extraordinary experience, sometimes it just feels like it will never just stop being painful. It will never stop hurting. That light at the end of the tunnel will never come. Whether that's because you have bills or loss of loved ones or anxiety or dealing with mental health, it gets heavy. And you start to wonder, will you ever breathe again? Will you ever have a moment where you're at peace? I feel like growing up, the reason I didn't mind having rough days was because I knew eventually everything will work itself out. Eventually everything will be okay. Things will go back to normal. And then I'll have another day to fight to see myself through another obstacle, through another trials and tribulations. But right now, I feel like obstacle after obstacle after obstacle is just hitting me, knocking me down, keeping me on my feet. Right now, life just feels like a big bully that's doing everything it can to keep me small, to keep me worrying, to keep me in the dark, to keep me struggling. And sometimes those days where peace or those feelings of everything working out feels further and further every day. But deep down, I know to keep going. I know to stay strong. I know it will eventually work itself out. But deep inside, it's that little girl saying, when will it work out? When will I be easy? When can I be able to just be? When do we get to the moments where we stop surviving and start living? After a while, it just feels like I'm fighting to be here. I'm fighting to get to the next stage, to get to the next chapter of my life. I'm fighting to be seen. I'm fighting to have peace. And it's just like I'm not enjoying life. I'm not enjoying the small things, the great things. It's just I'm waking up and just trying to figure it all out. Trying to get through it second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, and just see if I can figure it out in hopes that I will live one day and I'll be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor. But I say all this to say, even though life is extraordinary and it's beautiful and it's one of the best experiences you ever have, we have to make room for those days, for those months, for those years where we might see no light, we not feel our best. It's okay to keep moving on and not feel great. It's okay to still want to make a change and not know how. It's okay to feel like you might not know if you're strong enough to even get through whatever you're going through, but we have to make room for those thoughts, for those moments, for those experiences where our dark times might get too dark realizing that you cannot have light without it. You cannot have peace without pain. And you're not alone. During these times, it can feel so rough, so isolating, so painful. I'm sure many of you, hell, even I, many of times, many of days, have just sat there and cried, have just sat there and prayed. I've had no answers. Sometimes no support system. Sometimes I would just sit there by myself with nothing, no one, no happiness, no love. But I knew I was going to be okay. I knew I was going to get through it. So it's okay if you cry. It's okay if you scream, if you shout. It's okay to feel anger, to feel sad, to feel hopeless. And I understand if you don't have anyone in your corner, if you feel like your back is against the wall and it's just you against your problems, world issues, against yourself. But even when you might not have anyone around you, you have you. And that's one person standing beside you is you. I want to let you know that you're going to get through it. I don't know how, I don't know when, how long it would take, but I know you are strong. I know you have a fire within you that would not burn out. And even through the days you want to give up, you keep going and you keep pushing and you continue to wake up and you continue to make change and you continue to be great because that is who you are. You are the change you need to be. And don't ever forget that. Not even through the darkest of times, don't ever forget you are the change you need to be. To be great, to be someone else's anchor, to be happy and at peace. You are the answer to your problems, to your solutions, to your new chapter.